Gamestop Horror Stories. According to Reddit. Ugh. Number 15. I was an assistant manager for about a year. I had done retail before, and our store was right in between a fairly upscale touristy part of town as well as some of the poorer neighborhoods, so we all got weird sorts of people. I'll tell one horror story and then one uplifting story. The holiday season was in full swing and we were already crowded. This particular day we had a few seasonal hires in to help people with work, and I was behind the counter pulling games as people came up to make the transactions faster. Then suddenly a smell hit the entire building like 100 cats had peed in the air conditioner and someone had tried to get it dry by stoking a fire with burning hair. Blech. My seasonals looked at me with a mix of confusion and terror as a family of 4 approached the counter as it slowly became apparent that they were the cause of the smell. I've been nose blind before from staying with an aunt who used to have an animal hoarding tendency, but this was by far worse. I sent my seasonals on break, grabbed the hand sanitizer, pumped a small amount into my hand, and as casually as possible smeared it onto my upper lip, hoping the facial hair would hold on to it and block the smell. It almost worked. I was already in holiday rush mode, but this was the fastest I ever got a used Xbox 360 and GTA 5 packaged and ready to go. When they left, we noticed that the store had actually cleared out all of the other customers who also couldn't deal with the odor. My SM came out back, gave me props for not embarrassing them, and promptly proceeded to fill our store with Febreze. Febreze bringing them to their knees. My tongue is still killing me, and I therefore had to douse this bitch in Orajel to numb the tongue. And numb tongue ain't nothing to be playing with, you know what I'm talking about? Numb tongue is for real. Oh my god. I'm starting to feel it again. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I'm feeling it. Number 14. I was hired to help open a new store. A store where the manager was male. And everyone he hired? Female. He was definitely trying to cultivate a hot GameStop kind of situation. Word got around, and we had people coming in to visit ours when they had other stores much closer to where they lived. They didn't really buy anything. They kind of just lurked around for hours at a time, chatting the staff up. There were days when they'd wait for us to close up, and that was kind of scary. Thank you, Shlomomo, for the lemon. There were days where they'd just wait for us to close up, and that was kind of... Thank you, Shlomomo. Appreciate that lemon. Thank you, Shlomomo. I appreciate that lemon. We're not doing this all night, boy. We're not doing this all night. I dare you to donate. Okay. Got that out of your system? Alright. Oh my god, Poozins with the ice cream. Poozins. I was eventually let go for not being friendly enough, which was apparently about 3 months before the manager had a total screaming meltdown during store hours, declaring himself High Archangel, and threw some shit at a customer and was later picked up by an ambulance. So I guess my horror story is the whole damn job. My horror...
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Thank you, my man. Brain versus zombies. That's the way that my mouth feels right now. Like I wouldn't be able to say brains properly if I tried. Linda says swish with the warm salt water every few hours too. It'll sting a bit, but it'll help the canker sore heal a bit faster. I'm not even certain it's a canker sore. People are telling me that it's like swollen taste buds and something like papillary or whatever. It's like, okay. So either way, I have to wait for this shit to hopefully heal itself. And that kills me inside. But you know what? I realize I've been doing this for years and I've never really had an issue with my mouth that screwed up my speech, so I guess I'm kind of long overdue. Hit that nut button. Number 13. I worked at a GameStop while I was in high school. It was around the time people from 4chan would call and ask if we had Battletoads in stock. The thing was, we did have a copy of Battletoads for the Game Boy. It was after GameStop had stopped selling Game Boy games, but we still had a bunch that hadn't been destroyed yet. When the meme started, one of my coworkers put the copy of Battletoads in a desk drawer in the back room. We couldn't sell it, but we had all agreed to just give it to the first person who came in and ask for Battletoads in person. We told everyone who called to just come in and take it. It sat in that drawer waiting for 3 years, and not one of those 4chan nerds came in to claim it. Very disappointing. Shlomomo says someone peed on me at the Blink 182 concert yesterday. Allow me the chance to Google a Blink 182 song so I can try to formulate that into some sort of cheeky insult. Did they do that song that goes, all the small things like urine on my things, say it ain't so, pee on my toe, take my pants off, shower when I'm home. Awful. Number 13, -1. My God, this tongue. One time a woman screamed at me because her kid was tearing open a toy before paying for it, and I kindly told his ass to wait a little bit. She seemed on the fence on whether she wanted to buy the toy or not for the kid, so I wasn't glad that her kid was already ripping it open. She then proceeded to scream at me for being really awful with kids, a horrible person, bad at my job, etc. Also, she wanted to complain to the manager. If I ever talk to her kid like that again, you stay away from me and my son. Thank you, Pousines. That's a good Pousines. Bach says, hi, Cyael. I hope you feel a tongue better. Proud of that one, homie? You proud of that one? So anyway, she went and complained to my manager and about if I'd ever talk to her kid like that again. She then angrily paid and walked out of the store. Also, people tinkering / modding their console and then trying to return it because it doesn't work anymore and angrily insisting on having it bought that way in GameStop. Power to the players. As we continue. Number 11. I had a guy call me a terrorist. I am Middle Eastern. Don't kink shame me. I'm kidding. We had a buy 2 get 1 free sale on pre-owned games. He wanted to buy the 2 cheaper games and get the expensive one free. That's not how that ever works, homie. When informed that that's not how it works, he flipped out. We had to call security in the mall where we were in to get him to leave. He called corporate, and corporate told us that he was documented, so any negative reviews on the next few weeks would be flagged. My manager stood up for me, and I miss him because he stood up for me that day. We also had a fire break out in the back room, got rid of a lot of old inventory. Happened on Halloween. We were closed for a few days to clean stuff out, and I used a fire extinguisher that day for the first time ever. Well, aren't you happy about it? Aren't you happy about using that fire extinguisher for the first time ever this summer? Is a fire breaks out at GameStop the movie. What the fuck? Number 10. I got scolded by management for helping a woman for 30 minutes. She bought 12 games and was looking for good recommendations for her son who was on the spectrum. Autistic. I found every game on her list and a few more to surprise him. Those surprise games were Okami and Katamari Damacy. Take it from this autistic guy. That's that good shit. That's a theme from the game. I'm not just being particularly crazy at this hour as we continue. She was overjoyed that her son was going to have lots of games to play. Why were they mad over such a large sale? Oh, because they weren't fucking used. Fuck that store. That woman wanted to make sure her son was happy, and I was tasked to do so. I know I did a good job, and you guys can close shop. Haha. Everybody nice and happy that GameStop going out of business on that else. Out of business. Beholder says, don't ever talk to me or my shit again. Texori says, supposed to be reading Lord of the Flies, but alas, here I am. Lord of the Flies. Number 9. I worked at a GameStop as an assistant manager and a store manager for 4-ish years. I have so many stories of creepy, scary, and rude customers, but here are some highlights. I once got asked out on a date at the register. I'm young and naive and awkward, and I kind of stop in my tracks and tell him that I'm working and I can't answer that. I work another 4 hours or so and close by myself, and he was waiting in the parking lot for me to leave. Bling, bling. Play that creepy music. I had a family that would bring their son in every Saturday. Forgive me. They explained to me that he has severe autism and he was non-verbal. No problem. Except they would stand in the corner and text or whatever while he'd knock over stands, rip things from the walls, thank you, Pousines, and even run behind the counter and try to bite you. Oh, Christian, bad. I had to get permission to ban them from the store, but I was tired of trying to not get bitten. Okay. My tongue, ma'am. I just want this to pass, and the likelihood is that this tongue isn't going to get better for a couple of days. I'm just going to be literally out of commission because it's less than acceptable, the idea that I'm supposed to try to stream like this. It's actually silly, and not in the funniest of ways. Number 8. Also, when you get done alphabetizing the Wii games and notice your hands are covered in mystery sticky stuff from all of the filthy children handling the cases. The filthy children. Dealing with children that are yours. You're living a cursed life. Number 7. Former GameStop employee here. I worked in a store on the edge of a super sketchy part of Akron, Ohio. Back in the PS2 area. There's no, you're dyslexic, mate, and you're adding letters now. Back in the PS2 era, a guy bought a box of trades. These were the games in there. Leisure Suit Larry Playboy, The Mansion, the game. Why did you write this like this? It just blew my fucking mind reading this shit out loud. I'm sorry. There were 3 games. Leisure Suit Larry. Shoot. Motherfucker. Try this again. Leisure Suit Larry. Playboy the Mansion. And the Guy game. The rest of the box was nothing but porn on VHS. He was politely asked to leave, and he asked us why. My coworker's response had me keeling over. He said, because there's jizz all over your shit. And he left. There's jizz all over your shit. Unbelievable. Number 6. I used to be an assistant manager of a GameStop, but nothing really out of the ordinary happened there. Just a lot of lingerers. When I was the manager of a local game store, though, there were definitely a lot of wild stories. The one that sticks out the most is the dude we called Psycho Sexy. Who would come in every Monday morning, try to sell me or whoever was working bootleg porn DVDs, and he would tell us that they were good for busting fat nuts too. And that he'd sell them to us super cheap. Every Monday he'd come in, open up his duffel bag of bootleg porn, and then get refused and leave and come back the following Monday. This went on for almost 3 years. He would tell us that they were good too for busting fat ass nuts too. You gotta bust that fat ass nut. Bust the fat ass nut tonight. Busting the fat ass nut tonight. Bust the fat ass nut. Busting the fat ass. You got a nut one time. You got a nut 2 times. You got a nut 3 times. You got a nut 4 times. You got a nut 5 times. Sorry. Nut, 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 nut. Nut. Number 5. Never was an employee, but on the night Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, I was waiting in line and this kid rode up in the parking lot and started bragging about how he got the first copy and held his copy out of the window. After about 10 to 15 seconds of bragging and holding it out of the car window, another kid ran up behind the car, yanked the copy out of his hand, and ran into the woods behind the Gamestop. They never found the kid who took it. And the kid in the car started crying immediately. But did you learn a lesson? Did you learn a lesson? What did you learn? Number 4. The guy who comes in with obviously stolen stuff, but can't be called out on it, so he just keeps it up. He got away with it too. No meddling kids in that instance. Number 3. Years ago, 2007, 2008-ish, my tongue is in my way, man. What am I supposed to do? Oh shit, did I turn off the notifications? They're still off. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I may not have time. Oh boy, I can make time. I think I still have them off, you know, from the time I was trying to avoid certain things in the chat. Okay, forgive me. Widgets, alert box, donations, text to speech, enabled volume. I mean, that seems good. Would I need to? Let me see if I do it again. Guys, forgive me. I'm just gonna run that donation one more time because I don't want to have to, you know, pull it up to read it. So, boom. It didn't read it. What the fuck? Ugh. What am I doing wrong? You some sort of idiot, Cyael? You can't read? Strange. Alert duration, alert text delay, none. Open text to speech. Is it enabled? Yes. Ooh, I see the problem. And now it is fixed. Oh, thank you, Mr. Ryukage. I apologize for my unprofessional tongue and my foolishness as it pertains to this, I don't know, man. I'll try to get my shit together, even though, you know, it's kind of out of my power with the tongue right now. But you're amazing. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Number 3. Years ago in the 2007 to 2008-ish era, fuck me, I trained a kid that turned around and robbed the store at gunpoint a month after we fired him for stealing. Got him. He and his buddies left without shooting anyone. My coworker was on the phone with the cops after he left while I was getting his old employee file out, reading off his 2 addresses that he had down, parents and grandparents, his phone number, etc. He is still serving time as the gun they used was apparently used in another homicide. What an idiot, man! You are employed somewhere. They have your information. They have your address. They have your number. And you're going in to rob it at gunpoint. Somebody named 5,000 subs, no videos challenge. Says your voice is so intriguing. I'm sure it must be 5 times more intriguing now that my tongue is killing me. So I sound like this at the time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you join me in the bedroom, ladies? The fuck. Number 2. Former employee here, 2 wonderful stories. Older lady brings in a bag. She looks like an addict and she wants to sell her Wii. I put my hand in the bag and it's soaking wet. Cat piss. She was furious that I wouldn't take it. From that day, I made every customer take all trays out of bags themselves. My first store was long, and I had a kid and a mom in the back. I've got a kid, mom, and back. Shut up, Cyael. Mom wasn't paying attention at all. 8-year-old walking around gets really quiet. Really quiet. And the mom rushes to the kid, and then rushes the kid out of the store. I go back to where he was, and he had taken a shit on the floor. I watch the tape, and the mom finds him squatting and lets him finish, and then takes him out. He's taking poopies in the back. Oh my God. Every freaking list, man. We almost made it out of here too. And it was like, oh, before you go. Oh my God. Number 1 on this list of GameStop horror stories. This was 2007 or so. GameStop had used game return policy. 7 days, no questions asked, full refund. People would abuse this constantly, treating us like some sort of game rental service. Y'all the new Blockbuster. We knew it, and we were able to flag people who did it too often and decline the returns. Then there was this one bitch. Old lady, gaggle of grandkids, seemed so sweet, was very nice to us while in the store asking for help, recommendations. Bought them a PS2 and a freaking gigantic stack of games. Like, it had to be about 20 to 25 at least. Her total came out to over $400. I rang her out, handed her multiple bags of stuff, and said to the kids something along the lines of, wow, you guys are so lucky to have such a great grandma. This many games will last you for months. The grandma chuckled and said, oh, they're only in town for the week. You guys have that 7-day return policy. I'll see you in 6 days. Damn, Grandma. Fucking vicious. Vicious Grandma. That's this list. My tongue is KO, guys. I'm honestly dying, and I need your help. I'm horrified. I'm sorry. Somebody said Anthem is becoming a ghost town on PS4. Good. What a joke of a game. What a joke of a game. Oh boy. Here's a little bit of trashy for you. Woman doing a, using a pole at a, at a playground. You can see my man in the back. Look at this kid. He's like, God damn it. What is the world coming to? So sick of it. Oh boy. Brianna's podcast would text me. Oh. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. I hope that my tongue gets better soon and things make sense. See Your Fair Fanboy says, who's that on the phone? Why do you care, man? Yeah, one of the 2 people who talk to me. Okay. I mean, just kidding, people do, but not in more than an acquaintance capacity. And that's the way I like it. So how are you guys enjoying? Thank you, Nathan Young, for that subscription. You guys enjoying your day? You guys enjoying your week? You live in that life. Enjoy Avengers Endgame. Is it titty time for you? Things just, what the hell? I got my horses in. Whatever. I'll see you guys later. I love you to death. I really wanted to play Animal Crossing, but until things pan out, you know, we'll go from there. Oh boy. Why would he say that? Why even joke about that? You know, people don't like that. 4 chances. Man, you gotta learn. If you want to trip that text to speech, you gotta hit me with that $3, baby. $3. But I love you. Thank you for being amazing. If you guys are trying to donate off stream, do it via PayPal, because I know that's like easier. Go ahead and leave suggestions in the comment of this video of what you'd like to see next, because by the time I come back around with my tongue fixing itself, I'll be able to, you know, just choose and probably record a bunch of things in one fell swoop, and I can probably even watch it with you. That could be interesting. I could like pause it and then we could just watch it together. Pretty funny. This nigga's name is Six Flags Fanboy. What is happening? Who are you people? Yo, 4chan, I said $3 minimum. You just $2 again? Is this a joke for you? Look. Oh boy, guys, be amazing. Be good to each other. Get up in my Discord so that people don't feel lonely when they go in there and just do confusing things to me. Oh my god. Let me show you what Stripes made. Because somebody came into the Discord and was just like, look at this, and I was like, why are you posting that in my Discord? I'm that guy. That's me. And he's like, well, yeah, I just thought people didn't see it. I'm like, what? What? And hold up here. Let's see here. Here it is. I love it. I love this. Can I open that in the new? Give me a new tab. Oh yeah.
Super.
Thanks, 4chan. I love you guys. You know, somebody's saying who disliked the video. I think I have like what's the word? I have like very loyal dislikers. Stripes drew this. It says, I wonder what new faces I'll see in my server today. Oh boy. The oh boy really ties it together, you know what I mean? I'm really sorry about everything. I love you though. Honk honk. You know, see you guys soon. Take it easy. What?
Master, do me the hardest.
Thank you for the lemonade. And 8 of you, just make an account, go follow me on DLive, and then we'll be done. I'll have 200 followers and I can be a partner. The end. Thank you for being amazing, everybody. I appreciate you all being here. That being said, thank you to my patrons. Thank you to my Twitch subscribers. Thank you to my YouTube sponsors. That's probably going to be growing soon because I think I qualify for a join button. I just don't know how to put it next to my my god, do you hear my mouth because of this tongue? It's insanity. So guys, have a great night. Love you. Bye.